Hi guys, ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. Today guys, I'm doing paid review 22 QB3 and this is for my good friend Mohammed. Mohammed's asked me to do heaps and heaps of reviews and questions and I thank you Mohammed from the bottom of my heart. This is paid review 22 QB3. Quick wristwatch check. I am wearing my Rolex Sky Dweller today. And Mohammed says, Archie, please do a versus. This is one watch versus another. A Richard Lange minute repeater versus a Patek Philippe 5078P, both white dials. And I gotta tell you, this is a very interesting review. Far outside of my price range, but let's jump in. The Lange. Now, Lange themselves, I believe, have got two minute repeaters in their collection. They've got the Zeitwerk minute repeater, and they also have the Richard Lange minute repeater. And I got to be totally honest with you, both of those are beautiful. I probably, if I was going to get a minute repeater, I'd say the Richard Lange would be my personal choice, and that's exactly what Mohammed's asked me to talk about. So what can I say there? It's platinum with an enameled white gold dial in white. Absolutely beautiful. This model introduced in 2022. The dial is made of white enameled white gold. The hands are blued steel, limited to 50 pieces, and it's only available from boutiques. Price on application, probably one of the finest minute repeaters of all time. Uses caliber L122.1, 50 pieces. It's using the platinum, the 950 hallmark for platinum. The dial, of course, as I said, is white gold. The diameter, 39 mils, and the height is 9.7 mils there. So, absolutely stunning piece, gorgeous piece, amazing. However, then we talk about the Patek 5078G, and this model here, I've got to tell you, they do this piece here absolutely. Now they've also got a P, which is of course is the platinum version. Currently on their website itself, I think they're only doing this model in white gold, but irrespective of this, I think you've got to hand it to Patek themselves there. They are probably the most, how would I put this, probably the most noble house, making one of the most noble complications, and I completely get it. I completely get it. Okay, so what can I tell you about the Patek itself there? It's self-winding. It's using the caliber R27, a cream enamel dial, applied Breguet numerals. Now, this is the one from the website, the 5078G. White gold, interchangeable full back and sapphire crystal. Diameter is 38 mils and the height is 10.18 millimeters. So there is quite a, how would I say this? It's absolutely beautiful type piece. Oh, that's the Patek. My God, it's absolutely beautiful. Rumor has it that Terry Stern personally tests every minute repeater himself. Which one do you go for? What do you do? What's the answer? Well, I gotta be totally honest with you. I think it depends on which style of watchmaking you prefer. If you are a traditionalist and you follow the Swiss guys, you would obviously go for the Patek. If you are more avant-garde, you like your modern classics, maybe the Lange could be a way to go. Now, interestingly enough, if you have a sticky beak on the interweb there, these watches were made in very, very small numbers, but for a 5078, let's have a look and see if we can see one. On Chrono 24, there are a couple examples for sale, and you've got a price. The platinums are about the 340,000 US dollars. Yellow gold, believe it or not, is slightly more. Actually, sorry, it's a completely different model, of course. Okay, it's the platinum ones. You've got a number of them for sale. Look, these things are so scarce. It's not funny. The Lange minute repeater, I got to be honest with you there. What do you prefer? Would you prefer a... This is the print. I don't know. Which one would you go for? Which one would you go for? The Zeitwerk minute repeaters are around the same, $300,000 to $400,000. I gotta be honest with you. I think when it comes to minute repeaters, these things are so scarce indeed. They are just. Which one would you go for? Well, I gotta be totally honest with you. I don't think bang per buck, value for money, I suppose it's always a consideration, but I think it really depends on what school do you want to follow? Personally, I would take the Patek, not because there's anything wrong with the Lange, but because I've already got 4 Patek Philippes. I don't have any Langes. And to start a new genre of collection is kind of difficult. But if I had an extensive Lange collection and I had an extensive Patek collection, this would be a very hard choice to make. Obviously, the traditionalists would say your Pateks. Then again, the Lange itself is so great. To even be considering a Lange instead of a Patek it just shows you how great Lange is. So, to answer the question, which way would I go? My God, I got to be totally honest with you. I think they are in a very special niche of the market. I think they're both absolutely incredible, absolutely amazing, and it just depends what is your cup of tea. Some people are Patek people, some people are Lange people, and I gotta tell you, a good friend of mine, Dave the Super Collector, he's got an extensive collection of Pateks and Langes, and to be totally honest with you, I think they're both pretty damn amazing. There's been a little bit of, people can be a little bit argumentative where they say to me, oh, Arch, the Lange, I think the Lange is better than the Patek. And I think in many ways there, I think the Patek itself is the traditional contender. But I think Lange does amazing work. And if you had both, if you had strong Patek collection and a strong Lange collection, you'd be happy with either piece. They're both absolutely incredible. I've never really been in that genre of the market. See, I've kind of, I beggars can't be choosers. I've got pieces that I love. I'm very grateful for the pieces I have. I've put my life savings into my watch collection, and I can't really just afford to just buy these things. That's really more than my entire watch collection is worth. So it's something I wouldn't even contemplate. But if I had a strong, I don't think you could criticize either piece, the Lange or the Patek. They are both incredible pieces. Absolutely incredible. Interestingly enough, they reckon you get the best sound in a minute repeater out of rose gold. That's what they say, rose gold. I had a friend of mine who had a Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso minute repeater, and this is going back 10 plus years, and they were mid 20s at the time, a relative bargain. Now, to be honest with you, I think it depends the choice that somebody makes. Do you go Lange? Do you go Patek? It depends how is your collection biased. If you are more independent, you'd probably go for the Lange. If you're more of a traditionalist, you'd probably go with the Patek. The other thing is too, the people who sort of buy this shit, they, how do I put this politely, they tend to be quite egotistical. They tend to be quite righteous, and they usually have had a few scrapes with the various brands. Their ego just seems to do that. And one of the things you find is sometimes these people get really pissed off with a brand, and they'll go with the opposition just to spite. It's like Larry David with Mocha Joe's, just to spite the other contender. And I respect that. I think a good bit of spite is always a great way to go. I think it really, really is. I think a good bit of spite is a great way to go. So, in my own feeling on the matter is, I think the best thing to do is pick the one that really, they are both amazing. If you're a Patek, if you've got a strong Patek emphasis, you'd go for the Patek. If you're more of an independent, you've got a strong Lange collection, by all means go for the Lange. I don't think you could go wrong with either. Which one is a better investment? Which one has got greater potential? You know what? I think traditionally the Pateks have really held their own. Langes traditionally haven't held money as good as the Pateks, but in this market we're in, it seems to be changing. I think the Patek by a whisker. That's my own view. I think the Patek by a whisker. Not to say there's anything wrong with the Lange minute repeater. Do I want a minute repeater? Do I, like, it's funny. I kind of, beggars can't be choosers. I know where I came from. For me, I'm very lucky to have an annual calendar. I've got the 5035 and my Sky Dweller. Very, very lucky. I'm very lucky to have a World Time Patek 5110. I'm very lucky to have a nice assortment of watches. So for me, you know, tourbillons never really meant terribly much to me. I couldn't really, besides the bragging rights, probably doesn't mean much. Minute repeaters are damn cool. I love minute repeaters. Very expansive, which I get it. To me, I suppose my goals are a bit lesser. See, for me, I would love to be able to have a manual wind Patek chronograph. I've got the ultimate, I always wanted a flagship Rolex, which I actually have on my wrist. So now, you know, I think I've done the Rolex thing. I've got the Rolexes. I'm happy. But if I could pick something, I reckon a manual wind Patek, like a 5170 or a 5172, or a perpetual calendar Patek would be absolutely amazing. But you know what? Sometimes you've got to be grateful for what you've already got. And I'm really happy. I love my collection. I love my watches. And, you know, I think it's always good to have these super pieces. Even though I probably would never attain one of these. It's more than if I sold off everything I owned in watches. But it's good to have these lofty idols there. Without that, we could never strive for something. So I think it's very good, even though I realize I may not ever achieve a minute repeater. They exist. That's the thing. They exist. So guys, tell me what's your opinion. Put some comments down below. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you in the next one. And please be happy, be content with what you've got, and wear your wrist watches. Guys, don't forget, I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I do depend on these paid reviews to keep me on YouTube. Without this support, it's very hard for me to survive. See you later, guys. Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and today guys, I'm very proud to introduce a new sponsor of the ArchieLuxury and the Paul Pluta channels. Who am I talking about? WatchShopping.com, WatchShopping.com. Check them out, guys. Jump online, check out WatchShopping.com. These guys here have been in business since 2017. Worldwide shipping and distribution. Over 10,000 wristwatches in inventory. Stock in hand, and 90 plus different brands, new and pre-owned. Now, the good thing about WatchShopping.com, trusted by over 4,000 reviews on Chrono24 and Trustpilot. Your one-stop shop to buy any watch your heart desires. Please, guys, check out WatchShopping.com, WatchShopping.com. I'm ArchieLuxury, and check out WatchShopping.com. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the YouTube sensation, the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US, look down in the description. $50 US, I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want, and it keeps me going on YouTube because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small specialized area, and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon, look down below, and I will see you in the next one.